Hey guys, so today I'm here to film the 7 deadly sins of beauty tag. I was tagged by Mason and Miles here on YouTube. I've never talked about her in my videos before, but she truly has become a really big supporter of mine, and she has an amazing channel. I'm not just saying this. You guys definitely need to check her out if you have not already. She just, I don't know, something about her is so like soothing and calm, and she just has like, I don't know, she's just like a fun person to watch, an easy and fun person to watch. So I would definitely recommend that you guys check her out if you haven't already. I'll link her channel down below. So let's get right into the tag. So the first question is greed, and they're asking me what my most inexpensive and most expensive beauty products are. I would say that my most inexpensive beauty product that I actually use on a regular basis, because you know there are some inexpensive things that you buy and they're not that great and you just toss them and you don't really use them. The most inexpensive thing that is really great and that a lot of people are a fan of is the NYC Sunny Bronzer. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of people mention this. This one's actually new because for a while, even still now, I have a really hard time finding it in stores. There was rumors it was being discontinued, so I went ahead and bought a backup just in case. So NYC Sunny Bronzer, definitely a great inexpensive bronzer if you're in the market, and that's if you can find it though. My most expensive beauty product. Now, this is a hard one because I have things that are like more expensive, but there may be palettes or something that has a lot of value to them, like value sets with a lot of different items, so I feel like that kind of compensates for the price. I would say my most luxurious item is the things that I have from Chanel. For example, I have an... Well, I didn't think that one through. I have to put a disclaimer out there. The lighting in this video is going to be all over the place. As you can see, it just totally changed because the sun came out, and it's just a really cloudy, weird day, and the sun has decided to come out now. That's actually why I'm not filming a tutorial for you guys today. I had anticipated to do a tutorial with my new Lorac Mega Pro palette because I absolutely love this thing, but the lighting, I mean, you guys need to be able to see the colors and the lighting isn't great, so I decided that I will film that another time for you guys, and I would just do a fun little tag today since the lighting is not as important in a tag video. Wrath, what beauty products do you have sorry if I'm looking down at my computer screen where the questions are. So what beauty products do you have a love-hate relationship with? This was an instant answer because these are two things that everybody loves, and I was like, I need to try these, and they are amazing products. Don't get me wrong, I agree with everyone else, except for the fact that I have sensitive skin and these things do not agree with my skin at all. So the first one is, yes, I know I'm cheating by choosing two, but everybody cheats when they do these tags, so I mean, why wouldn't I too, you know? The first one is the Body Shop bronzer. Essie Button talks about this bronzer all the time for pale skin girls, and it's really beautiful. I love this thing. When I first got it, it's in 01. It's the lightest one that they have. Not too expensive and really great. You should, I'm not saying you shouldn't check it out. You definitely should because I love it. But the reason why I hate it is because it breaks me out. If I put any kind of bronzer from the Body Shop like that here, I never have any issues with pimples or breakouts on my cheeks. Like on my chin, mostly. Sometimes other places, but usually my chin. But on my cheeks, I've never had that issue before. And as soon as I bought this and started using it, I started to break out in the area where I contour, which is a really random place to break out, at least it was for me. So I knew that there was something up, and sure enough, it was that. So unfortunately, I don't use it anymore. And every time I go back to reuse it, the same thing happens all over again. So the next product that I have is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I have it probably in the lightest shade, NW15. It looks like this. Again, amazing. The best concealer that I've ever tried. Breaks me out no matter where I put it, whether it's like under my eyes, which I find a little bit heavy for under my eyes. I like to just use concealer under the eyes to brighten my face. I don't really have an issue with really dark circles, but wherever I would use this to conceal, it would break me out around that area and just make whatever breakout I was trying to hide worse. It didn't agree with my skin. What product has been the hardest to get? Definitely my Lorac Mega Pro palette. This thing is near impossible to get your hands on, especially if you live in Canada, because you cannot order it off the Lorac website, which I know is sold out, but when it first came out, you can't order it off their website. You had to wait for it to go to Amazon, and then you can, like, no Canadian, it's not on Amazon.ca, it's on Amazon.com. So I got suckered into paying way too much for this thing because it was the regular price that everybody paid, but then international fees and the exchange rate for the Canadian versus the US dollar, blah blah blah, ended up being a lot more than I had planned. Every penny was worth it because this palette is, I'm sure you guys have seen it, beautiful. Eyeshadow is my weakness. I'm thinking of doing the what's that tag for the eyeshadow palettes? Anyways, I'm thinking about doing that because eyeshadow is my biggest makeup weakness. It's what I love to play around with most. And it took me a really long time for some reason to get on the Lorac Pro eyeshadow bandwagon. Everybody, well, first of all, it's hard to get your hands on in Canada compared to or anywhere else for that matter, compared to the US. But I go to the US quite often in a year, and I don't know why, I just wasn't picking it up, and I just kept hearing about it, and like people wouldn't stop talking about the original Lorac Pro palette and how amazing they were and all that. So I was in Ulta one time when I was in the States, and I swatched the palette and I was looking at it and I was like, you know what, there is a reason for all this hype, I'm gonna give it a shot. Believe me, if you're considering getting the Lorac palettes at this point, the pros, don't even question it. Like, you will not regret it. They are by far the best eyeshadow palettes I own, and I owned Urban Decay, Too Faced, Chanel. I own like a few different varieties to give me kind of some backup here, and Lorac, you know how it's done and you're doing it, and wow, like keep it up because amazing. I got the first Lorac Pro like a year and a half after all the hype was like going on. Wasn't disappointed, and then not long after, the Lorac 2 palette came out. That one is Lorac Pro 2. Oh, I'm butchering the names, but you guys know what I'm talking about. This one is my favorite one because it's more cool tone than the first one, and I prefer cool tone shadows. Amazing. I loved it, and I use them all the time. They're the palettes I reach for most when I do eyeshadow. My other ones, because of it, get very neglected. So when I saw Lorac Mega Pro, I wasn't about to say no. I mean, hello! This is like 2 Lorac Pro palettes in one. Very versatile colors. You have a lot of different kind of neutrals. You have warm and cool tones, and you have some color in there. There was no way I wasn't getting my hands on this. So I figured out a way, and I did it, and I love it. And I'm sorry for those of you who can't get your hands on it, but if ever it restocks on Amazon, which sometimes if you continuously check, sometimes it'll say like restock on, like for me it was like October 21st or 23rd, and like I kept like putting in my basket and like putting my information in so quickly so that it would like go through, and then it kept telling me, sorry, like product is sold out. Like I guess there was a certain amount of space that could be palettes that could be reserved, and I would never, but then eventually it worked. So definitely keep trying if you really want to get your hands on it. It was worth all the trouble and every penny. You just got a mini Lorac Pro palette review in my tag video here. Gluttony? Not sure what that means. Anyways, next question. What are your most delicious beauty products? This is easy, and I bet you most people probably answered this, or a lot of people at least. The Too Faced chocolate series, whichever products that are made with the cocoa powder. This palette, it smells like a chocolate bar. There's nothing more to be said. That's my most delicious product, which I think that palette was inspired by the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is just a little duo that I got in the Too Faced Holiday Carousel, but I do have it in a different palette. I've been using it for years, and I love that bronzer, and it smells amazing. Sloth. It's funny how there's like different categories. I guess that's each sin. I'm just talking to myself at this point. What beauty products do you neglect due to laziness? Now this one was easy, and I'm so sad to say because it's such a beautiful palette and I should use it more, and I love it, and I had to wipe dust off of it when I just went to pick it up to put it in this video. That's how long it's been since I used it. And it's the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I think that most people first bought this. It was all over YouTube, and you can tell everybody's makeup was like rosy and like in these shades. And then all of a sudden, like, nobody talks about it anymore. And it's not because it's not an amazing palette. It really, really is. But you just have to work it the right way. It can be a little bit tricky because they are pink toned. I don't know why, I just don't reach for it. But now I really want to do something with this palette because I love it so much. It's so, so, so pretty. But if you could get a cheaper dupe, because you probably won't be reaching for this every single day. Next up is Pride. What beauty product gives you the most self-confidence? I don't have a, I really tried to find something for this question, and I don't have a specific product that comes to mind where I'm like, what, I wear this when I want to feel my best. Like, honestly, like, I know a beauty product, like, in general, like a category would definitely be mascara, because my eyelashes are like blonde eyelashes, so you can't really see them very much, and my eyes kind of just disappear on my face if I'm not wearing mascara. So the thing is that if I'm just wearing one makeup item, I think I've said this before, it's going to be mascara. And so that's what gives me the most confidence. The next question is lust. I don't know how this question has anything to do with makeup or beauty. I guess, I don't know. What attributes do you find most attractive in the opposite sex? I read this question and I was like, wait, am I reading the right tag? But apparently I am. Personality-wise, for me, the biggest thing that I love to see in just in general in another person is drive and ambition. Because I'm so hardworking, so driven, so ambitious that I feel like if I was with someone who was the opposite, it just wouldn't work. I would drive them crazy and they would drive me crazy. Basically, I don't know if I have a type. My friends used to tell me I did. I don't think I do, to be honest. I like guys that are like quite, like, not just tall, but like wide, you know what I mean? Like, not like a skinny guy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like kind of like built a little bit. It doesn't have to be like muscle, just like, you know, like physically like has like a presence. I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say, because clearly I'm not explaining it very well. Okay, next off we have envy. What items would you most like to receive as a gift? I would say recently I've been seeing a lot of people talk, this hair is probably driving everyone crazy, eh? Okay. Recently I've seen a lot of people talk about the, what are they called? The NARS Audacious lipsticks or something. They're called something like that. The ones that have like different names like of girls. Those seem very nice and they're luxurious, and I don't think I would buy it for myself, so that would be a fun gift. Or I always love to get an eyeshadow palette as a gift. I love to play around with new eyeshadow palettes, like I said. So if anybody like wanted to get me something they were sure that I would love, like, I love eyeshadow palette. So that was it, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this 7 Deadly Sins of Beauty tag. Thank you to Mason and Miles here on YouTube for tagging me to do this video. It was a lot of fun. Any of you watching this video that have YouTube channels, don't be afraid to do this tag. It's really fun. Let me know in the comments below if you do the tag on your channel, and I'll definitely check it out, because it's always fun to watch tag videos. I love to watch different tag videos. Once again, I'm apologizing for the in and out lighting in this video. I know the sun keeps coming back and forth. There will be tutorials coming up soon when I have better lighting. I'm going to do my best to get those up for you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and thumbs up this video if you like tags, so that I know that you enjoy them and I can do more for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.